Hi, my name is Dirk Börner. I work at the Open University in the Netherlands. I'm doing a PhD there at the Center for Learning Sciences and Technologies. So it's really a technological thing, but involves learning a lot. And my field of research is about ambient displays for learning. Ambient displays meaning technology that is available around us that we can use to learn. And so it's a lot about learning support using existing technologies in the environment.
So my name is Ruthi Aladjem. I come from Tel Aviv, Israel, from the Knowledge Technology Lab in Tel Aviv University. My research has to do with how learners construct knowledge on a daily basis. So it's called informal or serendipitous learning, and how technology can assist us with our everyday experiences of learning, usually unplanned, and also how all those seemingly unrelated learning incidents can be connected with the assistance of mobile technology.
Hi, my name is Ifeyinwa Okoye, and I'm from the University of Colorado at Boulder. And I'm doing a PhD in computer science and cognitive science. And my research really kind of ties many fields. It ties the field of educational technologies and user modeling, natural language processing, and machine learning and interaction design. And really, my focus is on using recommender systems to help students address their misconceptions, which are often deeply held and persistent to change. So that's what I'm working in. And of course, personalized learning. So recommendations to afford personalized learning.
Okay, so I'm going to say that the entrance of personal technologies that we're seeing in the present future and also in the near future, and I think on the long term. So the fact that we have a mobile device that each and every one of us carries around in his pocket and is almost an extension of himself. And it has a lot of unique features that offer a potential for learning. So the first one would be that it's aware of the location of the context and can provide us with a lot of information that we didn't have access to, and it can provide it by push, so we don't have to search for it, and a lot of knowledge. And the fact that it's a social construct that we can communicate all the time, and advanced technologies such as augmented reality that it allows for a complete immersion in the learning environment. So I think that's a key trend, I would say.
Yes, and I agree with Ruthi. I think personalized learning is going to be the way we go. But I also think analytics is going to be what drives this thing, because when we think of personalized learning, we always think about the learner. But formal education is not going anywhere. We're going to always have universities and colleges, and there's always the challenge of a teacher trying to deal with a large classroom. And I think where technology enhanced learning can really contribute there is to help a teacher to know, like which students I need to help and how can I help them. And I think the analytics will really drive that, because then maybe a teacher can tell this student, has the desire to learn presentations, and maybe this student is great, but is not socially engaged, and so will not do well in a group, sort of assignment classroom setting, or maybe the student is just not looking at the assignments and is not accessing the resources. So I think that's one way, analytics is really, really going to drive this. And yes, I think personalized learning is really going to be at the forefront, and that mobile technology, whether we like it or not, is here to stay. And I think we all need to start looking at how mobile technology can, support learning, and then just concentrate on the computer, because we've had the computer for a long while. And, if you look at emerging markets like Africa and Asia, it's like everybody has a cell phone, right? But not everybody has a computer. So we need to, if we want everybody to compete at the same level globally, we need to understand how to make everybody literate by, being able to use a cell phone, even if it's not like a smartphone. So I think, technology-enhanced learning is the way we're all going to go, and I think this is a great field.
I totally agree with both opinions. So mobile technology is the thing that emerges at the moment and that will change education from what it is now. This is also because my research is also focused a bit more technical with a computer science background. And we heavily now working with mobile technologies to support learners to get this personalization or use it for a good purpose, which is learning then. Another thing I would like to mention here, and this comes also a bit from my background, is tangible learning or tangible interaction. And I think this goes well together with the mobile technology. So what we see with the iPad is this changing interaction paradigm. So it's not about sitting in the classroom anymore and just watching one way. It's the kind of interaction with the object, or let's say with the learning resource, to play with it, to touch it, to use your hands. We had some great examples during the conference from tabletops where you could move, and also augmented reality was in there, and see in real time what is happening, get direct feedback on your action, on your interaction. And I think this is really a great thing. And what you also see is that especially the young people and the children, they really go well together with this kind of development. So they seem to somehow naturally know how to do that, how to interact with an iPad, for example. So we should use that and make the learning experience a bit more tangible.
So to learn easier, which is what I guess the whole conference is about and what everybody's working on. And to me, I think the biggest problem I have identified with technology-enhanced learning and with education in general is that we tend to ignore people's misconceptions. And history has shown and research has shown that every student comes to a class with misconceptions. And if you let them build on those misconceptions, then they end up at a point in time where what they know is built on the wrong things. And so they have a wrong impression or a wrong mental model of the world. And so my research, and I think where, work should be done, is how do you address those basic misconceptions first and make sure that, people are getting new ideas and learning new things based on a good, solid background. You want everybody to have a good background before they get, they learn more things. Like, we have mobile technology and we have iPads and all these things, but all those things really help you do is add to what you know. So I think the work I'm doing and I think why I think it's important is because it makes sure that you have the solid base to then go out into the world and learn more things. Your basic knowledge is good and correct, and so I think it's one of the really good areas, and so that's why I'm working on it.
Yeah. So. I have to say, I think that the issue of misconceptions is a very important one, but because I come from the informal learning field, and I have to say that my view is, and my objective is not necessarily to help people learn easier. I'm not sure that's the big question. I think it's more like learn differently. So learn to really think, and learn to think critically, and learn to be an active participant in the learning process, or not just receive information, like Dirk mentioned. And the way I'm doing it is I'm trying to understand how people who are already active learners, in my case, early adopters of technology, people who are actively seeking new technology and trying to learn it, how they do it, how they learn. And but I do think that technology, and specifically the mobile technology, which I'm researching, has the ability to facilitate, to make things a little easier. But again, it doesn't mean that people don't have to think. It makes the technical stuff easier, but the more profound stuff we still have to do for ourselves. So that's my opinion.
I'm also not sure if making learning easier is the right approach, like Ruthi mentioned, because learning is a process and it involves also difficulties and barriers to overcome and goals that seem far away, but there's a way to reach them. And so but what I would like to do is make learning a bit more fun, actually. So I think this is often forgotten and really an important part of also keeping the learner motivated to reach the goal that might be difficult to reach. And to make that clear, it's not so fun can be different. So it's not only to have fun, laugh all the time, and it's just an easy going. Fun can also be serious. So you can have fun to solve a difficult problem, and this is, I think, what still needs to be tackled a bit more in our designs, in our learning designs. So make learning fun and engage the learners, keep them motivated.
Yeah.
And I also like to add that so I think when you said easier, we're all thinking just make it easy to learn. But if you try to make easier, if you define easier to mean, you know, getting rid of barriers to learning, then you're thinking of like the fact that, you know, a university education is very expensive, and you either have rich parents or someone that can sponsor you, or you take out a loan, or even to go to a very good school is expensive even at the high school level. And so you have, I don't know, many kids going to schools that, you know, big classrooms, and the public or the community can't afford technology to help them. And I think that's where all our research comes in, because like Ruthi's is informal learning and his is, you know, making it more fun. And so I think we're all working on like breaking the barriers of like, you need to be rich and you need to have start out early and well in life. It's like, no, we're all trying to say everybody can learn and make it easier and more, you know, to reach the point you want to get to in terms of learning without having to have so much money or, you know, go to a very great school. It's possible to get there using, you know, technology. It evens everybody out that, you know, you're from a rich parent and I grew up in an environment where I've never seen a computer, but I get access to a mobile phone, and suddenly we can both be learning the same thing. And if you think about the MOOCs, the really big open courses or multi-open courses that are being run like Coursera and Udacity. I mean, these are like, you know, millions or thousands of students in a classroom from different places. And these could be people that would never have been able to access a machine learning course or like a predictive modeling course because it's not offered in their small university. But then this thing is available online and it's free, and they actually, you know, they listen to a lesson like in a classroom, and they do questions and assignments and programming assignments, and then they learn. So I think all our work is really focused on helping people that may be disenfranchised or don't have the resources to get to the learning place they want to get to.